Trust Your Intuition Day is one of those reminders that sounds simple on the surface, but it reaches a lot deeper when you really sit with it. Because most of us have had that moment where something inside us tried to get our attention before we made a choice. A relationship, opportunities, conversations, decisions, places we were walking into, or even a version of ourselves we were trying to become. Something felt right, or maybe it felt off, and instead of listening, we talked ourselves out of it. Then later, after everything played out, we looked back and realized our gut was trying to tell us something the whole time. I think a lot of people struggle with intuition because they have been trained to trust everything outside of themselves first. We ask for opinions, always looking for approval, explaining away discomfort, and we sometimes choose what makes sense to everyone else while ignoring what does not feel honest within us. There is nothing wrong with getting advice. Sometimes we need guidance, wisdom, and another perspective. But at the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with your choices. You are the one that carries the emotional weight of decisions you make. You decide who has to wake up inside the life those decisions create. This is why learning to trust yourself matters. Your intuition is not always loud. It does not always come with a perfect explanation. Sometimes it's a quiet pull towards something better. Maybe it is peace in the middle of uncertainty. Perhaps it is discomfort that keeps showing up because something in your life is asking to be addressed. And that is where honesty comes in. Before you make a decision, give yourself enough room to ask, how do I truly feel about this? Not what will impress people, avoids conflict, or what keeps everyone comfortable. What do you actually feel when you remove the noise, pressures, and the need to be understood by everyone else? That answer matters. There are people who stay in situations too long because they keep dismissing what they feel. They say yes when their spirit is tired, ignoring red flags because they want the outcome to be different. Most times, walking away from opportunities because fear sounds louder than faith. Then little by little, they lose connection with their own inner voice. Trusting your intuition does not mean being careless. It means taking the time to listen before you move, knowing the difference between fear, that which is trying to protect you from growth, and wisdom, that is trying to protect your peace. Respecting the part of you that can feel when something is aligned, even if you cannot explain it perfectly yet. Some of the most important decisions in your life will require more than logic. They will require self-trust, forcing you to be honest about what feels healthy, forced, right? That pulling sensation at your heart no matter how many times you try to push it away. So today, I want this to be a reminder to slow down before you keep moving. Check in with yourself. Sit with your decision. Pay attention to how your body reacts, how the mind settles, and whether the choice brings peace or pressure. You do not have to rush into everything just because people expect an answer. You are allowed to pause long enough to hear yourself clearly. And if your gut has been trying to get your attention, stop treating it like an inconvenience. Remember that inner feeling is not there to confuse you. It is there to guide you back toward what you already know deep down. Trust yourself more. Listen with honesty. Make decisions that reflect how you truly feel, not just what everyone else expects from you. Because the life you are building should be one you can stand inside with peace, clarity, and confidence. Sometimes, the first step towards that life begins with finally listening to the voice within.